Good day and welcome to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm Vice President of Athletics and Club Sports, Craig McPhail. We've got a great show for you today. As you're making your summer plans, we want you to think basketball camps. For that matter, we want you to think about a lot of camps. We're going to have some here on our campus in our athletic department at McRae. Hopefully you'll be able to come out and take a watch. In the meantime, we've got some great folks to tell you about how their seasons are going, non-championship season. Chris is going to wrap up what we're doing. And my goal is to hopefully get you out here. Show you around, see how I can get you involved, engaged, be a part of a difference-making athletic department here in McRae. And maybe you want to join the Bobcat Club and share a little bit of your time and talents and treasures. But for now, stay tuned for a great show.
And welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm Sports Information Director Chris Parker with our men's head soccer coach, Rich Wall. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're in the spring, so soccer's not in season, but you're about as in season as you get. You guys went to Catawba on Saturday. How'd the guys play in their spring game?
Overall, very pleased with the result. We went up to Catawba. Actually, we were supposed to host the game, and as you know, we had the snowstorm here on Saturday morning. So we went down to Catawba, and honestly, it didn't faze us one bit. We probably played our best 90 minutes as a team since I took over in July.
And another big thing in the spring besides your spring games is your recruiting. Signing day is on Wednesday. Can you just talk a little bit about the recruiting class that you got coming in?
Oh, absolutely. At the moment we've signed 11 more players, which is a pretty big class, and then we got 2 more verbal commitments over the weekend. So really, half our team is going to be based on the returners that, as I said, played very well this past weekend. So we're very happy about that, and then the guys that we're bringing in as well. Some quality individuals. We got 5 or 6 guys that have qualified for the honors program in our academic field. So not only good soccer players, but good student athletes as well.
And speaking of student athletes, you got to meet quite a few of them in your first season here. You guys went on a nice little winning streak towards the end of the year, I believe 6 or 7 in a row, most of them via shutouts. Now that we're in April, can you just reflect a little bit on your season, not only as your first year as a coach, but your team successes in regards to like James Abraham winning Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, lots and lots of positives. Learned a lot as well. Obviously when you come in late in the off season, we had 2 weeks to prepare for the season as a team, and before that I only had a week before they showed up. So lots of learning on the fly. I got to learn about all the guys, their strengths, their weaknesses. And we did well to put it together. When I got the job, we set some goals. We wanted to hit the 10-win mark, and we did that. We wanted to reach the semifinals, and we did that. Still a little bit of unfinished business when you go back and review. Could we have gotten a better result against Emmanuel on the road to put us a little bit closer to the top 2? But all in all, we finished 3rd in the conference, which was the best mark we've had in I think the last 3, 4, maybe 5 years even. So very positive. James Abraham, as you mentioned, we lose the vocal leader back there at center back, Defensive Player of the Year, but I think Marvin Reiger is a player that can step up and fill those shoes. He's our returning captain, and I think we might have the Defensive Player of the Year, in the same team as well. So that's big. As you mentioned, the shutouts, Tyler Pavlett did very well for us. He had a good showing again on Saturday at Catawba, another clean sheet in our 3-0 win. A lot of the same things will continue, and we look to make progress, and hopefully we can take down a Limestone or a Pfeiffer this year. We've got both of them coming up the mountain to play in Banner Elk in September, so it'll be a good opportunity for us to crack the top 2, I think.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for stopping in and catching us up on men's soccer.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back shortly with more on This Week in Bobcat Athletics.
Thank you.
And welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm here with a familiar face and Coach Steve Harden of the men's basketball team. Coach, thanks for joining us. Season's kind of been put to rest for about a month now. We've been talking about Austin Anderson pretty much all year. He won Conference Player of the Year and a handful of accolades postseason. Can you just kind of recap what he's meant to this team and just what it means for him to win that award.
Yeah, naturally, first we're excited to keep him here. You know, he's going to be a part of the staff next year, so that's going to be huge for us. Just his leadership and how he handles our guys is great. But besides us being able to put a championship together with our team, I mean, he's gotten every award pretty much that you can get as a player.
Yes, sir.
You know, especially for a senior year. So I mean, it's all deserving. He worked his tail off to get those, and our guys sacrificed a lot to help him have certain stats and certain things. But just goes to pretty much our season and how they handled each other and just the leader he was.
And in the coaching field, one thing that I've learned just through working with you guys, you almost have to have a short memory. With that being said, I know you guys are already looking forward to next year. But with that, you guys have some camps coming up this summer. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, we've got 3 camps coming up. We've got our junior Bobcat camp, which is pretty much from kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade. And then we have a big team camp that we're going to cap off with teams coming in just with our facilities around. We want to make it the best camp we can. It's a one-day battle on Dunk Mountain, and we've gotten tons of interest for that. So if any high school teams are looking for somewhere to come play for a day, it's a really good day, and it's only $200. And then we also have our elite camp, which is we've taken countless players out of our elite camp and made them Bobcats, so it's been really good for us as well.
For those that are interested, how do they get this information about all of these camps?
It's going to be up on the website soon. Thanks to Chris, thanks to you, and we're also mailing out. Coach Juan and Coach Jennings is doing a great job of initial talk, and we put it on social media. But it'll be in a mail out. If you got any questions, just call the offices or just call my office, and we can definitely get you to any one of the camps.
All right, Coach. We're going to kind of step out of the collegiate reins for a little bit, talk about the NBA. Playoffs start on Saturday. Odds-on favorite. Everybody wants Golden State to win it, or expected to win it, including Coach Jennings. What's your thought on the playoffs this year?
I kind of go with the regular. I'm a big Warriors fan. I love the way they play. I respect Steve Kerr a lot, but naturally, that was a hard night last night. I think I'm an NBA fan and naturally a Warriors fan, but I want to see the Spurs get that one and just stay undefeated at home. That would be a huge testament. But just losing one is also pretty well too. So I love the Spurs and I love the Warriors. So whichever way it comes out, I'm good with it.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for dropping in. Fans, you can find out all the camp information will be up on our website sooner than later, and we'll be back with more in This Week in Bobcat Athletics. And welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm Chris Parker, recapping the week that was and looking forward to the week that will be. As we come down the home stretch, we have about 3 weeks left of regular season and of school for the 2015-16 year. Our spring sports are still in full swing. The women's lacrosse team took on the number 11 ranked Limestone State here. They lost that battle 18-4. However, very good performance by Coach Lexi King and her squad. They went down to Rome, Georgia to take on Shorter. Lost a tough one to the Hawks on Saturday. They'll be back in action 2 games this week, so please come out and support them. Wednesday, 3 p.m. at Tate Field as they take on Newberry, and then Saturday, 1 o'clock as they take on Belmont Abbey for Senior Day. And there will be 5 seniors honored prior to that contest, so please be sure to come out and support the women's lacrosse program. Softball had another busy week. They dropped a pair of games here to King on Wednesday, went down to Southern Wesleyan and split with the Warriors. They won the first game 8-3. The most conference runs they've scored, I think, about the last 3 years. So a tip of the cap to Coach Jackie Poole and her squad. They went to Pfeiffer, dropped 2 hard-fought battles there on Saturday. The softball team plays Mars Hill here on Monday at 3 and 5, and then they will host Barton on Sunday, slated at 2 and 4. Due to weather, tennis really didn't get anything in last week, but they have a busy week coming up. They play Emmanuel here Monday, and then Saturday is their senior day as well as they welcome Erskine. And the Erskine games start at 1 o'clock, so please be sure to come out and support them. Track and field had the weekend off. As for men's volleyball, they dropped a couple of conference matches to North Greenville and Mount Olive, as well as Barton, and we have a couple of clips from that Barton match.
Now the starting lineup for your Leeds McRae Bobcats. A 6'1" junior from Hamilton, Virginia, number 2, Mark Shaka. A 6'8" freshman from Tampa, Florida, number 3, Jack Frank. A 6'1" junior from Dakar, Senegal, number 5, Rudy Kloss. A 6'3" freshman from Miami, Florida, number 7, Hector Servians. A 6'5" junior from Holbrook, New York, number 8, John Sobel. A 6'3" senior from York, Pennsylvania, number 10, Drew Blecker. Starting the battle for Bobcats, a 5'11" junior from Honolulu, Hawaii, number 13, Keenan Fritas. Bobcats are coached by Henry Swan. He's assisted by William Tachi.
And prior to that match, senior Drew Blecker was honored for his accolades and accomplishments in a Bobcat uniform. So first, we'd like to send Drew off with a thank you for your time and effort that you've put towards the men's volleyball program. And here's a look at his ceremony before the match.
To Senior Day, before we begin today's contest, Leeds McRae Athletics would like to take a moment to recognize senior Drew Blecker. Blecker has sparked the offense in his 4 years in Bobcat uniforms and has 1,405 assists. He's sixth third in school history total assists and assist percent with 7.94. The York, Pennsylvania product produced one of the best matches in school history when he dished out 68 assists in a 5-set thriller at North Greenville, March 4, 2015. He has saved his best season for last by setting career highs in digs with 680, assists with 685, aces with 13, block assists with 22, and points with 34. Blecker is a business management major and plans on becoming an assistant golf pro after graduation. He is being escorted by his parents Sharon and John Blecker. Fans number 10, Drew Blecker. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to tip our cap to Barton's Lone Senior Pierre Ty.
And the men's volleyball team will conclude their season on Tuesday when they welcome Belmont Abbey here at 7 p.m. in Williams Gym. So please come out and check out your men's volleyball team for one last time this season. And one quick note that we forgot to mention about men's lacrosse, they will be playing Brevard possibly here on Tuesday. Right now it's slated at Brevard. Be sure to check out our website for that update. And then they will travel down to Alabama Huntsville on Saturday for a nice 11 a.m. match. So for any highlights, results, schedule changes, be sure to log into lmcbobcats.com. And Coach McPhail will be here to wrap things up shortly.
We oftentimes talk about how we're a close-knit unit here at Leeds McRae. I especially want that for our athletic department. I think it's critical for our coaches to be very much in the relationship business, trying to develop and cultivate and be there, because I think oftentimes we wear a lot of different hats. We're just not the strategic person. We're going to be the guidance counselor, the cheerleader. We're going to be the ones who encourage you, accountability. Those areas are critical. And what's stands out to me as a parent was our director of compliance birthday was the other day. We had 15 coaches go bowling late Saturday night to celebrate his birthday. Now, mind you, those same coaches were in Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina coaching their teams that day. They came back because they wanted to make a special day for Jeff. I tell you this as a parent, I tell you this as an administrator. Having that type of culture in our athletic department will only promote success. It'll build it from our team's depth and quality. It'll make better students. It'll make better athletes. They're going to be better community servants. And for that, we all benefit. Avery County, Banner Elk, and Leeds McRae. So I hope that you get the chance to see our coaches. I hope you get a chance to come by practice. My hopes are you will want to be involved and engaged with us, because it's a great time at Leeds McRae, and you can be a difference maker just like the rest of us. For now, that's all. Stay tuned for more next week for This Week in Bobcat Athletics.